Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new battle report, and this time I'm bringing AoS Sigmar Battle Report 2000 points Stormcast Eternals against Legions of Nagash. So the game is going to be 2000 points as I said, and we are going to play the battle plan or the mission total commitment from General Handbook 2008. So this is a game forming part of a tournament that I played in Antwerpen, and this is the list I will play for this tournament. So it's Stormcast Eternals, and it's led by a Lord Relictor, who's going to be the general with the command trait Staunch Defender and the Prayer Translocation. I have a Lord Castellan, a Lord Arcanum with the extra spell of Celestial Blade, a Knight Incantor with the Azarite Halo, and then I have a Lord Celestial on Dracot that goes with Tempestor Hammer and Thunder Shield. Then have as artifact the Armor of Silvered Sigmarit and the Mount Weight of the Thunder Color, a Knight Venator. So these are the leaders I have. Then as a unit I have 5 Evocators, 10 Liberators, 5 Judicators, 5 Judicators, 5 Retributors, and another 5 Liberators. And I have the Endless Spell Dice Arcanum. So I go more for a type of MSU army, different from what I played in the last tournament with the Stardivake, but I wanted to try something different this time. My opponent is playing Legions of Nagash. It's quite straightforward, so it's Nagash, Arcan the Black, 4 Morghast, 40 Skeletons, and 2 units of 5 Dire Wolves. So it's quite a small army, but yeah, Nagash can be quite a difficult thing to deal with. So and with that I go with the turn 1 and deployment. Sorry if I'm missing some pictures, but yeah, the game was quite intense and I have not done pictures on all the turns. So what as we play, as I said, we play the one that have 4 objectives, 2 in one side of the board and the other 2 in the other side of the board. So this is the left flank where I have deployed the Evocators, some Liberators, Judicators, and the Retributor. And then on the other side, at the beginning I only have deployed the Lord Arcanum, leaving a lot of my units on the sky. From his side, he deployed the Dire Wolf in my left flank, sorry. And in this flank, as you can see, he deployed the unit of 40 skeletons that came from the graveyard. So this was at the beginning of the turn. And then he also has in this side the Arcan the Black, and the Nagash is in the middle with another unit of Dire Wolf, and as well on the opposite flank we have the Morghast. So here we have another picture of the first turn of the Undead. And as I said, this is on the other side. So he advanced with Nagash to the middle of the battlefield, putting the palisade in the middle to avoid that the my Judicators can shoot at him, and also try to block the movement of the Evocators. Nagash is also protected with 5 Dire Wolves, so you need to deal with that. And the Morghast are just there to jump to help Nagash in case it's needed. And yeah, and in this is another picture of this flank. You can see Nagash there, the Dire Wolves, the Morghast, and the other unit of Dire Wolf getting the objectives. So, and here is, this was at the end of my turn 1, where I decide to drop here from the skies the unit of 10 Liberators. Although this battle plan does not allow to do reserves, there was an exception on this tournament, and they were allowing to have reserves. So I deployed the 10 Liberators there, and my point is try to resist there and score as many points as I can. So he has to decide if he's dealing with the 10 Liberators or if he's going for my objective. I guess he will go to my battle, to my side of the battle. So I hope these Liberators can resist some time there. And here I'm just working and trying to go quite fast. My objective is try to score as many points as I can at the beginning. And then, yeah, if he's killing my units, at least I have some advantage from the first turns. So I played in this side quite aggressively. And yeah, and I just advanced with the Liberators and and the Relictor, and also the what's called the Castellan is also on this side. Keeping the Evocators and the Judicators quite in reserve in case Nagash is coming to this side. And this is how it's looking like more or less at the end of the turn 1. And with that we go to turn 2 and 3. As I said, this was quite a fast battle. I was very concentrated and I forgot to do some picks. So coming to this side, what happened here? So I had a double turn and I decided to go very aggressively with the Lord Celestan on the back of. I charged on the dire wolf, and yeah, I was unlucky and I did not manage to kill all the wolves, neither with all the charges. So this here was quite unlucky from my side. So then in the counter attack, he attacked me back with the Morgas, killing my Lord Celestan, killing killing also the Griffon, and I was in clear disadvantage here. I still have the Evocators. I think the Evocators I was too conservative. The Evocators were there trying to deal with Nagash in case he was coming next to me. But again, he used very intelligent the Prismatic Palisade to block myself. So Nagash came also in front of my lines. So really the Morgas are the ones that just destroyed all this flank. I tried to do damage at the distance and try to reduce the numbers of them, but 4 Morgas then reduced to 3 was still a big thing to deal with. So as you can see, I still have here the Evocators at the end of the turn 3, or during the turn 3, and they will be ready to counter-attack in case it's needed, try to protect my objective and try to avoid as much as I can that he's scoring my objective in his side. I did not manage, here the problem is I did not manage to score the 3 points by taking the objective from my opponent. And this was pretty unlucky because I was expecting to kill the dire wolf and this did not happen. So I never managed to be to have more miniatures than my opponent next to the objective, so I did not manage to score the 3 points in this side anytime. I was scoring my objective for 3 turns, so only 3 points, but yeah, here the important is to score the opponent objective. And in that side, the things did not went well neither. So I put first the 10 Liberators, and Arkan the Black with the spell kill the 10 Liberators in 1 turn. So he was very lucky with the spell ability he has and completely destroy my unit from the battlefield. So I decided to bring there as well the Retributors and a unit of Judicators. The intention was, let's see if I can kill Arkan the Black, and I keep scoring these 3 points here, although I'm trying to stop as much as I can on the other flank. So I try to be very aggressively, try to score these 3 points as much as I can, and if I keep scoring these 3 points for long enough, maybe I can win by victory points. So, but the things did not work well. I failed the charges. I failed a lot to shoot and to do damage on Arkan the Black, and with the spell he has, he really managed to do a lot of damage to my units. And as I was expecting, he used the skeletons to try to hold the objective in my side. So Lord Arcanum alone is not is not opponent for the skeletons. I just ran away. Here I give my objective in exchange to keep the opponent's objectives. So I was really trying to go for scoring more points on my opponent and not trying to stop him. I have more units than him on the battlefield, so I can have more or try to thread more objectives than my opponent. So, and this again, Arkan the Black, and I think here is where I was really losing the battle, not being able to kill Arkan the Black. When he killed the 10 Liberators so easily with 1 spell, then I put the Retributors, and I didn't manage to assault Arkan the Black. The Judicators did not manage to damage him, and then with the spells he damaged the Retributors, and then he killed the Judicators in close combat. This was really going very quick. I was still scoring here the objective because I had more miniatures next to the objectives than him, but At this moment, I only have a couple of Judicators and the Retributors. So we go to turn 4. And here the battle was quite still balanced in terms of points, but in terms of kill of units, the death really have the advantage. So in this side, Nagash decided to press directly on top of my. He decided to really so the Morgas really have destroyed all my the Dvakos have, I think in this moment I also killed the Castellan. So they were assaulting now the Judicators, and they will kill the Judicators in one turn. I think at this moment there is only 2 of the Morgas surviving, and then Nagash went for the secondary objective, that was to kill my Lord Relictor, my general. So you see here the Morgas will assault the remaining units on the mountain, and the problem is here my evocators were a little bit blocked by the prismatic palisade. So in this flank I was really going very bad, but he was not scoring my objective neither, so I was scoring it because I have more units there. So Nagash and the Morgas are less than the Judicators and the evocators together. So at this moment, at the end of the turn 4, this side was looking quite grim, and the Morgast just at the end of the turn 4 destroyed completely my Judicators. So only my evocators were surviving. My Lord Arcanum was surviving in the middle of the battlefild, and Arcan the Black at this moment also destroyed the Judicators. So I only have 2 or 3 Retributors. And we go to the turn 5, and the Death have the initiative. So Nagash really here destroyed my Lord Relictor, and the Morgas tried to kill my evocators, but I managed to kill the Morgas. I managed to kill the last Morgas with the evocators together with the Lord Arcanum that also assault the Morgas. So thanks to the sacrifice of the Lord Arcanum together with the evocators, I managed to kill them, and he did not score here the 3 points. But where I was losing the battle was in this flank, right? The skeletons were scoring 3 points all the time, and Arcan the Black destroyed as well my Retributors. And here is where it was a little bit, I really put a lot of points against Arcan the Black, and I did not manage to kill him. If I had managed to kill Arcan the Black, this battle was much more balanced, taking into account that I was not really looking for the mission. I was really looking to not really looking for surviving. I was really focused on trying to score the points. But at the end, he managed to kill a lot of my units, and this made me was making not possible for me to score the points that I needed. So this was the end scoring. So it was 26 to 15. And was quite a big the main difference was coming from the last turns when he scored, and here there is a mistake. It was 21 to 15, but the difference is coming from really the last rounds of combat. So sorry for the mistake, but it's 21 to 15, not what they say here. And the difference comes from the last turn when he scored 6 points more than me. But we were very balanced, and I think if I had been more lucky dealing with Arcan the Black, if I have killed Arcan the Black, this score was very much almost a draw, or very equal for both sides, because we were scoring more or less the same number of points per turn. So that's all. Not unhappy with the battle, I think, but I think I made some small mistakes. I was too conservative with the evocators. The Lord Arcanum did not go into battle until it was too late, and the Retributors did not did the work that they have to do. For 220 points, 5 evocators are much better than the Retributors. If I had put 5 evocators in the place of where I put the Retributors, most likely they will have done more damage to Arcan the Black and be more dangerous for him. So yeah, that's all. That's all what I want to talk here. That's all what this mission. This was the first game. Unfortunately, it was a loss, but I think the battle was not that bad, and I was not. Yeah, the Blitz can have problems to deal with big creatures like Nagash, but at the end, the result was not that bad. No, it was only the last turn is when it makes really the difference. So the battle was quite balanced until the last moment, and I mean balance in terms of victory points. And yeah, please let me know what do you think. Let me know what is your opinion about this battle. And that's all for now. As usual, thanks a lot for watching and see you again later. Bye.